let's do your grab bag. You ready, TJ Jefferson? Pop on your shades.
You know we say, Rich, stay ready, so I don't have to get ready.
Go for it. TJ's big ass grab bag, known as his top 5. Go for it, TJ.
Oh, yes. As we always do at this time, kaboom. Guess who stepped in the room? And paying homage to my man, the recently passed Scott Hall, I'm going to hit you with a, hey, yo. All right, NCAA tournament time, fellas. And I just want to make this, revolve around the tournament. We've all been big fans, watched a lot of tournament games, so I wanted to reach into the big-ass grab bag and just pull out some of my standout NCAA tournament moments. Now, like I said, this could be a list of 300, right? How do you narrow it down to 5? It's really hard. Idea. I just picked 5 random ones that I liked, and here we go. Coming at number 5, one thing about the NCAA tournament we always say is, one thing you can count on is that 16 has never beaten a 1, right? We used to say that for years and years and years, and it was always true until it wasn't true. And that's what happened in 2018. Shock and awe. UMBC makes history. The University of Maryland, Baltimore County went and took on the number 1 seed Virginia Cavaliers. And not only did they beat them, Chris Brockman, they kind of stomped a mud hole in Virginia that game. Yeah. And it really left no doubt that this upset was going to happen. And it was, everyone tuned in to watch it because it was something we never thought could ever come to fruition. And yet it did. A lot of big moments in the NCAA tournament, guys, but a 16 beating a 1 is huge. I got to put them in at number 5. Coming in at number 4, I'm going to show some love to the ladies and call this one Arike Does It Again, 2018. Now, in 2018, Arike Ogunbowale of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, she hit a game-winning shot against UConn to send them into the NCAA championship game. And then what did she do for a follow-up? She hit a jumper. And this type of jumper, Brockman, I know you've done this because you've done a lot of shooting. When you're practicing by yourself, you practice coming off a little curl and you pop. And that's what Arike did. She came through a screen, broke through her defender, caught the ball, 2 dribbles, and then shot the ball and made history. It was an incredible play. I happened to be watching that game, and I don't like Notre Dame, but I stopped. No offense, Mike. I don't like Notre Dame, but I watched that game. I was totally into it. And when she hit that shot, it was incredible. It was an amazing moment. Definitely worthy of number 4. Coming in at number 3. This one kind of got me in my feelings, man, because I was in high school when this happened. 1990, this happened. Hank Gathers. If you remember the late Hank Gathers, he was a man amongst the boys.
He sure was. He was. He could have been an incredible. Didn't he go shot for shot against Shaq?
48 points and 13 rebounds in a loss against LSU that year. Man. LSU had Shaq, Stanley Roberts. Hank Gathers was great. And then, unfortunately, at a game in March of 1990, Hank Gathers caught an alley-oop, dunked it, jogged to midcourt, and he fell down. He collapsed. He died. He had a heart condition. And it was terrible. And like I said, I was a kid still in high school, and that kind of really affected me because I liked Hank Gathers. I was a fan of his. He led the nation, I want to say, in scoring and rebounding. It was amazing. And then what happened after that, 11 days later, Bo Kimble and the rest of the LMU team, they went on a run in the NCAA tournament.
I remember.
They beat, and let me make sure I have this right here.
They dethroned Michigan.
They beat New Mexico State, Michigan in the second round, Alabama, and then they lost the eventual national champion UNLV Running Rebels in the regional finals. But Bo Kimble, 45 points, 37 points, 19 and 42 in that loss. But what Bo did was that captured the country's attention. And Hank Gathers, in order to make himself a better foul shooter, decided to try to shoot foul shots left-handed. So Bo Kimble decided that he would go out and, in a tribute to Hank Gathers, shoot that shot with his left hand.
Remember.
And it was late in the game when he finally got fouled, but he sank it, and it was just amazing. And the run they went on was incredible, and they did it for Hank Gathers. And
Paul Westhead was the coach.
Paul Westhead was the coach. I mean, they put, no offense, Rich, they put up 149 on Michigan. That was one of the best games of all time.
It was over when it started. I mean, and that was Michigan's title defense.
Yep. So, shout out, God, as Holloway said, God bless the dead on Hank Gathers, man. What could have been with that guy? Coming in at number 2. I'm going to make this a little bit fun, and this takes me back to watching this game with my grandpa. This game is so old, I still had a bedtime, right? I still had a bedtime, so I had to wait for the next morning to wake up to have my grandpa tell me what happened, and to hear him express to me and try to explain what happened, it's still blowing my mind, and that is 1983. Somebody give Jimmy V a hug. The NC State Wolfpack went on and they upset Akeem Olajuwon, Clyde Drexler, Phi Slamma Jam of the Houston Cougars. And if you remember that game, Derek Wittenberg tossed up a 3 in desperation. Lorenzo Charles caught it, dunked it. NC State got the upset. Jim Valvano became legend as that shot of him running around court, Rich, just looking for somebody just to give him a hug. It was unbelievable. Like I said, I had to wait till 6 o'clock the next day because there was no Sports Center back then to see the highlights. And that moment was incredible, man. And rest in peace, Jimmy V. And coming in at number 1, Christian Laettner's perfect game, man. 10 of 10 from the field. 10 of 10 from the foul line. 31 points, including the Grant Hill pass, the Laettner catch, the shot, the win. This Duke game over Kentucky was amazing. It sent them into the championship game where they beat UNLV. But Christian Laettner was literally perfect that game. And, those are just some of my standout NCAA tournament moments. And of course, as always, I like to hear yours. And like I said, for Scott Hall, we're going to do this, Brockman, one more for the good guys.
Well done. Well done, sir. Well done. Two things. Sports Center was around then. You might just not have had.
In 83? Oh, okay.
Yes. 79 was when ESPN was
my bad.
No, but it just wasn't as popular as you would.
I'm sure we didn't have it in Altoona.
And secondly is, what does it mean for the fact that I'm a 52-year-old man and I have a bedtime now? That it was so long ago for TJ that he had a bedtime. And I now have one myself. What does that mean?
Rich, I also have a bedtime, and it doesn't come fast enough.
Like you started sleeping 5 minutes ago. If you could, you would have started sleeping 5 minutes ago.
100%.
And it's just so crazy to me because I can't sleep. So it's just weird. Like you go to bed so early, and I'm up at like 2 a.m. just staring at the ceiling.
You know what he needs?
Baby.
He's a child.
He's a child. A wife and a child. And a mortgage.
How was your day today?
Exactly. Did you have
That wears you out.
Did you have a great day today? And suddenly he'd fall asleep. How was your day today?
You have no idea. Every day is a race to bedtime.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.